Welcome to Imola for the San Marino Grand Prix 1995.
Hello and welcome to another video from The Princess and the Time Lord, and we are back today with some more racing from the 1995 season. As Murray already told you, we are at the third round of the championship, the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. We're starting off today with a bit of qualifying, and that's not how you take that corner.
Up into third. Into fourth. He's down at the third split. Third gear.
Of course, F1 does still race at Imola, only slightly different now that the final chicane has been removed. So obviously, with that little mistake, this lap isn't going to be our best, I should think. Breaking myself there. As ever, it's Michael Schumacher at the top of the timesheets.
He's down at the second split. Down into
This is not a good lap.
first gear.
Imola's one of those weird circuits where you're either good or not. But it's one of those things that it differs from day to day almost. Like you can be good here one day and then terrible the next, or vice versa. I was kind of hoping I'd just be good.
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Oh dear. Not a good start, guys.
Fifth gear. Second gear. Third gear. He's closing the gap. Up into fourth.
Okay, up to third, we're a bit closer. Well, qualifying didn't go the best, but it wasn't the worst either. Let's see how the grid lines up. So Michael Schumacher on pole, Gerhard Berger alongside him, two championship rivals in head, not great. All Williams second row, we've got myself, Hill in third, Coulthard fourth, Alesi fifth, Hakkinen in top six in the McLaren. Then we have Irvine, the second Benetton of Herbert, down in eighth. Then we've got Nigel Mansell stepping in for Matt Blundell in the McLaren, alongside Rubens Barrichello. Then we have Morbidelli and Panis. 11th is good for the footwork. Salo comes next, Frenson 14th. 15th for Katayama. Suzuki still in that Ligier in 16th. Then we have Verstappen and Martini in the Minardi. Inui and Luca Badoa. Carl Wendlinger now in the Sauber alongside Bertrand Gachot, Sciarella and Montemini, and the back row is Marino and Pedro Diniz. So yeah, the legend, of course, Nigel Mansell stepped back into Formula One for a few races for McLaren in '95, and this is where he first did. So let's hope we have a good start. I haven't managed to lead a Grand Prix into the first corner yet. And I'm not going to now because that was a bad start. We're going to get closed off. Just a bit, Murray. Still, we got ahead of Berger, so just Schumacher ahead. We couldn't get him in qualifying, but I'm hoping the race is going to be a different story because that's where the points are earned. Okay, sticking with Michael here. This is good. That's not good. Outbrake myself. We've got to watch out because we've got others right behind us. Just trying to find a place to overtake here. And to be close enough to do it. Because at the moment, we're not quite there. We are leaving everyone else behind, though.
Michael Schumacher in second. Damon Hill in third position. Gerhard Berger in fourth. David Coulthard. Fifth. Eddie Irvine in sixth position. Jean Alesi.
Irvine having another good race. Could do a DC gaining another place. So we're right with Michael here, but the overtaking opportunities are limited, and I've done it again. Outbraking myself in that corner. Note to self, don't do that. And there's Schumacher with the fastest lap. But we are sticking with him for the moment. Oh my word, where did that come from? Either he was very slow in that chicane or we absolutely blitzed it. But we've taken the lead of the San Marino Grand Prix. Still outbrake myself in the corner, but there we are. Now we've got to try and keep it. Ah, that's not good. Don't do that. We've just got to be calm and collected and not worry too much. DC has also gained a place, so he's up to third. So we are now running first and third in this Grand Prix. So it's looking like good points for the team at the moment. DC really needs a good race after the debacle of Argentina. Starting on pole and then falling all the way out of the points. Well, it's not good. I do believe we're gaining time on Michael Schumacher. Almost 2 seconds there. Amazing. So this is the thing with Formula One. Sometimes you can have a really bad qualifying. But it all comes together in the race. One of these laps, I will do that corner without outbraking myself. Hopefully. Lacey's doing well. He's got past Berger as well now. Irvine dropped back out the points, Hakkinen back in. Whoa! Almost 4 seconds in front of Michael. I think we might be hooking it up at last. After 5 laps then, we are about 5-ish seconds ahead of Michael Schumacher. Make that 6. Really flying away now. We have the fastest lap, 1:34.9. Alright, lap 6, and we are coming up to lap back markers. And I didn't outbrake myself, hurrah! Only took 6 laps. John Alesi has got past DC. Alesi's having a great race. It'd be really great if Jean could catch Michael Schumacher and pass him too. Great for me anyway. You sodding idiot! Yeah, he deserves a little nudge. Thanks to this idiot pushing me off the circuit, my 10-second lead over Michael Schumacher has gone down to just over 1 second. Now 2 seconds. It was under a second after the incident. Honestly, the back markers on this game, so very rude. Where has Johnny Herbert come from? He's now up to 4th place. He was well out of the points. But sadly, DC is going backwards once again. It's now down to 6th place. It's not good enough. We need those points. This guy is about to go 2 laps down, and he does so. There's going slow, and then there's you. Okay, so we're back up to our 10-second lead over Michael Schumacher, which we did have till I was rudely forced off the track by a back marker. And we've managed to lower the fastest lap to 134.7. So as we go into the final lap, thanks Murray, just said that. Well, it's not been the most exciting race of the season, but it did look a bit iffy at the start. Wasn't quite sure if we could do it, but we've come through with another strong drive, and it looks like it's going to be second win of the season. Not there yet. Don't want to speak too early, but it is looking good. So much traffic on this last lap. They're everywhere. Watch it. Get back, will you? Here we go then, into the last chicane. And it's the second win of the season. So there we have it. Second win of the season for Damon Hill and fastest lap. No points for fastest lap back then, sadly. Michael Schumacher, second place, almost 20 seconds behind at the end. Good race from Jean Alesi in third and Johnny Herbert fourth. Gerhard Berger completes double points finish for Ferrari. Mika Hakkinen gets 6, which means once again David Coulthard dropped out of the points. So it's not a double finish in the points for Williams. And we're dropping points there. So he's got to do better. We take a look at the Drivers' Championship. We've got a 7-point lead now over Michael Schumacher. All it takes is one bad race. No points for us. Win for Schumacher and it's all turned around. Berger there has 12. Only other driver in double points. Herbert and Irvine on 6. Coulthard struggling with 4. And Lacey, Hakkinen, Blundell and Panis. Constructors' Championship, a bit tighter. Only 5 points ahead of Benetton there. After their double points finish. See, this is why we need DC but in the points with us. And then Ferrari, Jordan, McLaren and Ligier, the other point scorers.
Round 4 of the 1995 World Championship here in Spain.
Heading into the 4th round of the championship, and we're here at Catalunya in Spain, the Spanish Grand Prix. Another track still at the moment being used in current Formula 1.
Down into 4th. Second gear.
We're rallying it round the first corner.
Into 5th.
Looks impressive, but it's not actually very good. Got to do better than that if we're going to catch Schumacher. So, qualifying update. Our first lap, we were dead last. We've actually gained 13 places to be 13th. We could do the same again, we'd be at the top.
Into 6th. He's definitely gaining.
Alright, up to 5th as ever. We are improving in qualifying. Well, it wasn't a good qualifying for us again. Only 5th place for this one. So we see once again it's Michael Schumacher on pole position for Benetton. Lacey on the front row with Berger 3rd, good for Ferrari. Coulthard 4th, needs a better race. That qualified us in 5th. Irvine starts 6th for Jordan. ahead of Johnny Herbert and Rubens Barrichello. Then we have Mika Hakkinen and Nigel Mansell in the McLarens, completing the top 10. Brundle finally in the Ligier, alongside Heinz-Harald Frentzen 12th. Then we have Salo, Morbidelli, Panis, and Verstappen is in 16th with Katayama, Takinui. Then we have Pierluigi Martini alongside Carl Wendlinger, Luca Badoer, Sciatarella. Back 2 rows of the grid are Montermini, Gasho, once again Moreno and Deniz. And we really need a good start. That's not really it. Move across the track, get the inside line. That Ferrari's well and away, and I am so sorry, DC. That was completely my fault. Trying to avoid the Ferrari in front. I have unfortunately driven into the side of my teammate. We have moved up to 4th, but I don't know what damage I did to DC there. And the Ferraris have both got past Schumacher. The Ferrari's leading the race. What a start for them. Hopefully it's a Lacey out front because Berger is closer to us in the championship. I'd rather Lacey get more points at this stage. We're right on the tail of Schumacher. Not close enough for a move. Oh! Just a tap on Schumacher there. We're going to go side by side down the main straight. And 2 Ferraris racing ahead. We've got Schumacher. Hopefully the Ferraris are keeping an eye on each other and not me. We've got to go on the inside. And yes! We've got one. I don't know which one it was, but we've got him. We've split the Ferraris now. Alright, so it was a Lacey. Berger leading the race. Breaking ourselves. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not the way to do that. Losing ground. And more importantly, we've let everyone get on the back of us again. Not a good lap. And Berger is getting away. Lacey right on our tail. And sadly, I did royally screw David Coulthard as we go off. DC is not in the points. Completely my fault this time. I know I keep going on about how we need him in the points, but yeah, got to take full responsibility there. Oh no, go wide. Alisa tries up the inside. Alright, better. We've just beaten the fastest lap and DC has found himself back in the points. I might have done DC a favour. He might do better coming from further back. I don't know, I'm just trying to look on the bright side, I guess. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so we've closed the gap to under a second. This is much better.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that.
Thanks, Murray. Okay, we are now right on the tail of Gerhard Berger. Not close enough for going to turn 1.
Race order. In first place, Gerhard Berger. Second, Damon Hill.
Can we have a go here? That's where we got the other Ferrari.
Lacey.
Go up the inside. And yes!
Incredible. That's into first place.
You're right, Murray. We are now leading the Spanish Grand Prix. Oh, and Berger goes up the inside. Repeats the move we saw from Lacey. We are now out in first place. Well, maybe I was right. DC does need to come from further back. He's now got the fastest lap of the race and it's all the way up into 4th place. So just the 2 Ferraris between the pair of us. Maybe I need to take him off more often at the start. I won't do that, but maybe it's just what he needed. I'm not taking the credit, but I did help. Okay, so it's time to lap some back markers. You're gonna get out of my way. Murray says it all for us there. Oh my word, indeed.
Race order. Damon Hill. Gerhard Berger. David Coulthard. Jean Alesi.
So as you hear there, DC has moved up to 3rd. I'm saying nothing. Look at that, Eddie Irvine is ahead of Michael Schumacher. Schumacher, at the moment, only on for 1 point. We could be looking at Berger taking the 2nd place in the championship at the moment. Hopefully, DC could get past him too. That'd be great. 1-2 for the team. So Eddie Irvine has now moved up a place and is ahead of Jean Alesi. The Ferrari is moving backwards. We now have a 10-second lead over Gerhard Berger. So as we go into the final lap, this Grand Prix started pretty excitingly, but after a while the race has just settled into a bit of a rhythm. And yeah, here we are once again. The fastest lap and race win seemingly. So here we are there, we exit in the final corner. We'll take our 3rd win of the season.
There is the checkered flag.
So, there you have it. 3rd win of the season for Damon Hill and another fastest lap. Gerhard Berger finishes 2nd, almost 20 seconds behind us. DC, after I pushed him off at the start and he was out of the points, comes back for 3rd. Just going to have to do it more often. Not too far off getting Gerhard Berger as well at the end. Would have been nice for a 1-2, but we'll take it. Jean Alesi 4th, got back ahead of Eddie Irvine, and Michael Schumacher only 1 point today. So, Drivers' Championship, and we have a swap for 2nd place with Gerhard Berger taking that place from Michael Schumacher. And the best news for us, 15-point lead now in the championship, thanks to Michael Schumacher not scoring high. DC moves up to 4th place with Eddie Irvine on 8 points. Then we have Alesi, Herbert, Hakkinen, Blundell and Panis. Constructors' Championship also looking so much better with a 16-point lead over Ferrari, who are now in 2nd place ahead of Benetton. And then we have Jordan, McLaren and Ligier.
Welcome to picturesque Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix.
So, last round of this video. And we're finishing on a good one. It's Monaco, the jewel in the crown of Formula 1. The one that everyone wants to win, and the one that you're not going to win if you do what I just did and collide with the wall. But let's see how we get on in qualifying. So, qualifying update. We're currently 16th. Yeah, it's not going well. What with traffic and me just not hooking it up, we're not looking good so far. Well, we have improved to 7th, but as most of you will know, qualifying is key in Monaco. You do not want to be starting at the back for sure, but you don't want to really start in the middle of the pack either. And yes! Finally! We got the fastest lap. Hopefully that will stick. Well, qualifying for Monaco was interesting, but ultimately we came out on top, and it was very, very close in the end. We take pole position with Damon Hill, Schumacher on the front row. Coulthard starting third is critical. Then we have Berger, Alesi, Hakkinen completes the top 6. Next comes Johnny Herbert and Martin Brundle. Eddie Irvine in 9th, Bart Blundell in 10th. 4 British drivers all together. Then we've got Barrichello and Olivier Panis. Morbidelli ahead of Frentzen. Morbidelli's on a good qualifying run at the moment. Katayama ahead of Luca Badoa. That's pretty good for him, 16th. Sarlo 17 ahead of Martini. Then we have Jean-Christophe Bouillon in the Sauber at last ahead of Sciattarella. Then we've got Gasho Diniz not at the back. Very disappointing for Jos Verstappen in 23rd ahead of Roberto Moreno. Then we have Montemini and Taki Inui at the back. Now then, can we finally lead into the first corner of a Grand Prix? No. Yes. Yes, we can. They were far too conservative after turn 1, and we hold the lead after losing it off the line. Surprising. Now, Monaco is notoriously difficult to overtake, so all we've got to do is just try and stay where we are. Tapping the barrier is not the way to go about it. We have tagged the barrier a few times on this first lap. So we may be in first, but we're not pulling away. So DC has lost a place at the start. Not good. It's very difficult to overtake at Monaco. Did have a better second lap, it has to be said. Only hit the barrier a couple of times. Monaco is not my strongest circuit. But about 3 seconds in front of Schumacher as we cross the line. Take that. Fastest lap as well, 129.1. Yeah, just a little bit. 5 seconds in front of Schumacher now. Didn't expect that, I have to say, at the start. We're doing okay. So, sad to say, Johnny Herbert has overtaken David Coulthard, who is down to 5th. I don't know what it is with DC, just goes backwards in the race. And an update. DC is now down to 6th place. Charles Lacey has moved up to 5th. Not very easy to overtake at Monaco, but it seems that everybody's managing it against DC. Meanwhile, we are now 10 seconds ahead of Michael Schumacher. This is going to get interesting here. We are now coming up to lap back markers. It's difficult enough to clear these back markers on this game when we're on an open track. But tight, twisty streets of Monaco, it's a little bit more difficult. Of course, catching them in the tunnel's not great because you can't see them. Oh, how heavy on the brakes, dude? Oh. And just then, I nearly had my point proven. I caught a car on the way out of the tunnel and I couldn't see him. It's the problem when you've got two of them racing each other. Okay, race update. We have the fastest lap. We're about 25, 26 seconds ahead of Michael Schumacher. But we have just lapped our teammate, David Coulthard, who is not in the points. So, good one side of the garage, bad one on the other side, once again. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to lap a Ferrari. Incredible. Here we are, crossing the line. What a place to get our 4th win of the season. Monaco, baby, yeah! There we go, we've won the Monaco Grand Prix, our 3rd win in a row. I think we can safely say we are on a winning streak now. Like I say, that's not my best circuit. Didn't think I'd do that well, but we didn't just win the race. We won it by 55.5 seconds over Michael Schumacher. Almost 1 minute. Incredible. Gerhard Berger 3rd. Herbert gets 4th. Matt Blundell back in the points for McLaren in 5th. Eddie Irvine in 6th. And as you can see, David Coulthard is not on there. He did not finish in the top 10. Another disastrous race for DC. Just not doing it at the moment. Something has to change there. But the most impressive thing, I think, Gianni Morbidelli getting a top 10 finish. And there's another fastest lap for Damon Hill. Drivers' Championship. Michael Schumacher goes back into 2nd place, 1 point ahead of Gerhard Berger. But more importantly, we are now 20 full points ahead of the German in the championship. So we have the lead of the championship for at least 2, possibly 3 more races, guaranteed. Then we've got Herbert and Irvine on 9, Coulthard behind them, and then Lacey, Blundell, Hakkinen and Panis. In the Constructors' Championship, the lead over Benetton, who are back into 2nd place, is 19 points. Not quite as far ahead there, but still very, very good. Benetton and Ferrari very much in that fight for 2nd. Then we've got Jordan, McLaren and Ligier. So that completes today's 3 rounds of the 1995 Formula 1 World Championship. A good winning streak of 3 race wins. Very happy with that, as well as getting the jewel in the crown, Monaco. The Monaco Grand Prix is the one everyone wants, and we got it. So we can be very, very pleased there. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free to do so, as long as it is, of course, respectful. We won't accept any nasty comments on this channel, racism, sexism, anything of the like. We don't have any of that on here. And we will see you in our next video, whatever it may be. And if you're just here for this series, I'll see you in the next one. We've got 3 more exciting rounds of the World Championship. But until then, take care of yourselves.